イエス、もしかしてパレード見たい？そう。
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 anime we can't believe got made.
そんなやり方でいつまで避けられると思ってんだ。
For this list, we'll be looking at the series so bad, offensive, or downright bizarre that we're surprised they ever saw the light of day. What's the weirdest anime you've ever seen? Commiserate in those comments, and if there's an anime list you want to see, go to my Twitter at AshJBo and let me know. Number 10. Hey President Trap-kun. Amidst international unrest, the best way to bolster global relations is clearly to enroll the President of the United States in a Japanese high school. But instead of learning about their culture, the narcissistic Trap-kun, who has no relation to any real individuals of course, decides to teach them about himself through rapping.
よ俺の名前はトラップ黒板の方向いた途端プーみんな俺をこう呼ぶ大統領
Let's just say he's no Hamilton. The crude humor, cringy songs, and pointed commentary make it clear the show's laughing at him, not with him. This fever dream parody only produced 2 episodes. And while it's as thinly written as the protagonist's hair, the eclectic approach certainly trumps others in pure originality.
よ待ってた体育の授業見ててよ俺のタイプの美女
Number 9. Cockroach Girls. If you find this insectoid series crawling around your anime watch list, be warned that what you see is what you get. As its name implies, it's about a girl who's a cockroach. Yeah, that's about it. The episodes are breezy, inoffensive fluff about the excitable Gokicha who wants to befriend humans. While there's some charm in its simplicity, the lack of variation sprays the later episodes with enough insecticide to repel all but the most ardent of fans. It's not impossible to enjoy, but the dreadfully straightforward approach means its long-lasting appeal isn't quite as durable as its main character. Number 8. Onara Goro. This toot of a hero breaks ground and wind for creative protagonists.
それではさようなら
The vaporous Goro isn't any ordinary passing gas, though he's the self-proclaimed most admirable of farts. He solves everyday issues in the only way someone like him can, clearly by doling out good morals and anatomy lessons. While it may be hard to take sentient backwind seriously, Goro does let rip a few genuine nuggets of wisdom for anyone who can stomach the stench. It ran for a full 13 episodes, and quite frankly, we're just impressed they managed to squeeze out so much of this smelly concept. Number 7. Inferno Cop. Absurd doesn't even scratch the paint of this cop car's high-speed storylines. The title says it all. He's a cop with a head of flames. What's not to love?
俺は闇を配ちを決める断罪の刑事インフェルノコップ
The series follows the former police officer's vengeful quest to turn the villainous Southern Cross gang into skid marks, but the classic revenge formula is quickly tossed under the wheel. Instead, the ludicrous plot lines pit him against evil babies,
そんな銃弾俺には効かないしかし俺にも効かない何
sending him through hell, and even bestow him the powers of a god. Executed with plenty of knowing wits and an exceptional comic-inspired art style, this crazy ride revs through its wacky, entertaining narrative with a blaze of glory. Number 6. Akikan. There have been a bevy of amazing and creative magical girl battle anime, and then there's Akikan. With a concept that really scrapes the bottom of the recycling bin, the series follows teenage Kakeru, whose melon drink randomly transforms into a human girl with the powers and color palettes of a soda can.
あなたなの？あなたが
While the utterly insane introduction is bonkers enough, that's not even where the plot gets fizzy.
何するのよ！飲むときは飲むって一言くらい。
The central storyline is about the anthropomorphic drinks battling it out to determine whether steel or aluminium cans are stronger. And yes, American viewers, I did say aluminium and not aluminum. When the thrust of your plot comes down to manufacturing, that's a good sign the idea was better left in the vending machine. Number 5, Platinum End. A brand new manga from Death Note's creators seems like a surefire win, but its run on the page drew heavy criticism for its lack of originality and overly indulgent moral lessons. It follows the dejected Mirai, who receives powers from a guardian angel and ends up in a deadly contest to determine the next god. While that sounds fun enough, in practice, it's a plodding mashup of better titles that feigns moral depth at the cost of any actual entertainment value.
聞こえないふりして一度も言い返さなかった。やり返さなかった。
それを強さだとでも思ってるなら違う。
Its misguided themes lead towards a needlessly depressing ending that makes the whole series feel pointless. The only engaging question to come from this is why anyone thought it needed an anime adaptation. Number 4, Sekkou Boys. This idol group is rock solid in more ways than one. For the first assignment at her new job, Miki is tasked with managing the popular boy band, The Rockies. But she soon learns that their name isn't just a play on words.
はじめまして、新人の石本美希です。
The comedy is finely sculpted through bizarre scenarios where no one besides Miki questions why 4 statues can talk, let alone become pop culture icons. The persistent visual gags never overstay their welcome, and the novel, if on-the-nose portrayal of idol life keeps this statue show from feeling hollow. Despite its rocky premise, those who continue to climb will find this series taking them by landslide.
私ならネタもコネもお金もすべて用意できるわ。あとはあなた次第よ。
Number 3, Henkei Shoujo. At the very least, even the most oddball anime have some semblance of plot, character, and theme, but this bizarre mecha series decided to throw out any and all maxims of storytelling. The specs for this are as bare metal as it gets. It's simply about cute short girls who turn into different machines, rinse and repeat. The episodes are barely a minute long, and without any consistent storyline, rising action, or shred of real characterization, it ends up feeling more like a proof of concept than anything resembling a narrative. It's not horrible by any means, but its lack of substance beyond the occasional gag leaves it without any clear reason to exist. Number 2, Saint Young Men. It may take some noticeable artistic liberties from its wholly source material, but the oddest part of this dubious setup is how surprisingly enjoyable it is. Taking a literal down-to-earth approach with its characters, the series chronicles Jesus Christ and Buddha as they vacation in Tokyo to learn more about modern society.
ねえイエスパレード見たいんじゃない？
The fish-out-of-water comedy works wonders thanks to its well-known leads, especially since it develops into a genuinely charming bromance between the two.
じゃあ とりあえずパレード終わるまでここにいようか。
ナイスアイディア。
どうしたのイエス、血みどろじゃない。
However, the less than faithful adaptation of biblical events treads a very fine line between homage and exploitation. So far though, it's managed to walk on water without too much trouble.
あなたは神を信じますか？
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Unko-san. The most impressive aspect of this series is that, by the end of its first episode, a luck-granting brown fairy isn't even the weirdest part.
もしかして君が暴れるのには訳があるんじゃないのかい?
The unfortunately shaped Unko-san wants to wipe away problems of Luck Island's inhabitants, but the series immediately flushes any predictability down the drain. The outlandish scenarios evolve from stealing to afford medical care, to jumping off a cliff in shame, to being saved by a sentient clam. It's so unhinged that it begs the question, who was this made for, and what is it even trying to say? Naturally, it doesn't even attempt to give any answers, but at least it's memorable for always managing to make each second weirder than the last.
君は金運がついたから万歳ってしゃれってる場合かよクソバカババくん
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.